Oops, or shit. I was pausing the previous video that went for half an hour and I was going to show you the final thing of my painting, but I just pressed one wrong button, so this will have to be the next very, very short episode. If you're watching this, look at the title of the number of the diary entry I'm doing. What number? I think it was number 8, and this would be number 9. Go back to the previous one, whatever this number is, and I'm continuing on from that, showing you my painting, what I was talking about. If you just watch this one, you won't understand what I'm talking about. So this is it. This is one of my paintings to prove I'm not full of shit, and I am a professional artist. And this is my idol. Every artist usually has an idol of a different artist, and this is mine. His name is Chuck Close, and it's shocking by continued coincidence more and more how extremely similar this artist is to myself. I originally wanted to follow in this artist's, Chuck Close's footsteps, with goals and ambitions for myself. But as I went along, I just became more and more shocked to find that there's more and more ways that me and this guy are linked. I won't go into it. I'll just show you one more painting. So one more quick look. Again, you will not understand this video if you don't go back and look at the previous one. I'm just doing diary entry sort of things. If this is your first video, don't watch this. Look at the number, go back and watch the previous one, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So this is my first example that I'm not full of shit and I am a professional painter. It's just about 180,000 dots. Can you see the dots? Big, thick, super thick blotting paint. Oops, about to lose it. Can you see it? Lots, hundreds of thousands. Big, thick dots of paint. I'll do that thing they do. You ready? What the fuck? Do it again because the camera lens changed. Start off in the black. Focus, come on, here we go. It changed cameras automatically. All right, I'll move this back and I'll go get one more example to prove that I'm a consistent painter. I am a professional painter. I'm not full of shit. I am practically as close as it gets to homeless in emergency accommodation at the moment without being homeless. And my wife did fuck me up, but I do actually have some talents and skills and I should be employed doing this as a professional artist, but I'm not. One more example, pause. I'll just put this away and put another one there. Here we go. Here's the second example. And this, of course, you should know what it is all by yourself, is, do they call it the Last Supper or the Final Supper? I think they call it the Last Supper, or the Last Dinner, whatever. I'm not religious, but my wife, and part of the reason why we separated is because she's heavily, extremely religious. It was part of our downfall after the birth of our first child. My dog mother-in-law used religion as a weapon to make my wife stop loving me and leave me. And I know you say, no, she didn't, man. She did because she wanted to. Your mother-in-law couldn't make her do that. It's your problem. No, it's not actually. Weapon is probably the world's #1 most disgusting weapon for someone stereotypically like a mother-in-law to use to get the daughter, even after having a child, to leave the partner. Because of course my mother-in-law suggested to my wife that our son would not go to heaven if my wife stayed with me who's not religious. And my mother-in-law was even such a psychotic dog that she never-endingly referred to me as the devil, not like he's an asshole, the devil, like he is the devil. My mother-in-law, if you want me to be precise, told my wife that I heard alone on the telephone while she's sitting next to me in bed and we're happy, a minimum of 50 times, most likely hundreds of times when I'm not around, my mother-in-law told my wife, Danny is possessed by the devil. I mean that. She didn't say that figuratively. She actually meant it with all her heart. She told my wife, who is a poor innocent victim girl that this disgusting mother abusively homeschooled, not allowing her to have friends her entire life, and was a virgin at the age of 23. My mother-in-law continued to abuse her daughter and all the other children, 2 of which no longer even wished to speak to her, 1 who ran away to New Zealand to get away from his disgusting mother. the mother-in-law told my wife, you need to leave your husband because you've had a child. I didn't attend your wedding because I'm such a disgusting mother, using religion as a weapon. And now step 2, after not attending the wedding and it not working, and my wife still decided to get married to me and stay with me even though the mother refused to come to the wedding because I'm not Christian. It didn't work. Fuck you, dog mum. The dog mother-in-law then tried the second thing, and she told my wife after the birth of our son, this is devil crap. And shockingly, it actually worked. After my mother-in-law told my wife for over 1.5 years continuously that I'm the devil, my wife broke down crying heaps of times. And she begged me crying to come to church with her, thinking that if I didn't come to church that her mum would be correct and that we would have to end our relationship. And that's what happened. After my wife left me because of religion, which I didn't think would ever happen with my son, I then desperately went to a church called Hope Church for 2 years. The pastor there, I won't mention his name for privacy, he was the world's most loving, giving guy. He was so good. And he was very modern. He wasn't just weak-minded talking about God all the time. He actually, 3/4 of the time he spoke to me, he talked about real life facts like a psychologist. And only the other 25% of the time would he talk about worshipping a fictional character and what God is saying. 3/4 of the time he was an amazingly intelligent pastor. And his advice and instructions he gave me step by step helped me incredibly. So I did this painting half for... or 1/3 for the pastor Brendan to thank him. Oops, I said his name by accident. And the second third for religion and my wife, to show her that I was willing to try anything, like attending the church with her for 2 years, even though I'm not religious, to try and make her happy, to keep the husband, the wife and the child together. But it didn't work. And when I left the suburb I was in just previously, at the beginning of this video series, and I became homeless, I unfortunately had to take this with me from the previous church. Do you like the dots? It's cool how something looks like nothing when you're really close. And then when you come back, it just keeps getting more and more detail. My hand shakes a fair bit because of my disability and the removal of the brain tumor. And that's how Chuck Close gave me the idea to do a painting like this. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you again. And I'm sorry I talked way too much today on video. But I guess I found actual good, intelligent things to talk about today, so I kept going. If you watched this previous very long video, the previous 37 minutes, and then this conclusion, then what I carry on about must be interesting, whether or not you support me or if you think I'm a mentally insane loser. Either way, if you think one of those two things, if you made it all the way to this 45 minutes end worth of these videos, can you please click on the subscribe button and click on like to help pass the popularity of the video around for other people to see it. And just remember, in closing, on the life of the person that is most important to me, and I'm not religious, this is done for my wife and my extreme efforts, on the life of who is most important to me, please subscribe, think about what I'm talking about in the videos, and if you're in a problem that is similar with severe depression and having your children taken away from you, etc., I hope that I can help you somehow. And if I wasted 2 years of my life in pain and suffering and legal loopholes, I hope that one person will write me a comment soon, and that person will say to me, thank you for sacrificing your privacy and your dignity and possible public embarrassment, Danny, and being so boldly honest. Thank you, because you have helped me accomplish something for myself. You have helped me have more confidence to go back and pursue more of a legal case against my partner and see my child, myself. Or you have helped me get out of bed and feel that my life is a bit better than yours in some way, possibly. Or third example, Danny, you have motivated me to get up and after 12 years of unemployment to go and try and make another job application. Do you guys get my drift? I'm not making these videos for attention or the idea of getting money. I'm making this video, as I say at the end of most of my videos, as a gigantic fuck you to the South Australian government that didn't look after someone with intellectual disability and just let the other long-term partner of 8 years walk away with everything. 100% property, even my stuff before she ever met me, and 100% of my son. And I'm not a good dad, I'm an excellent above average dad. Because of my intellectual disability, I'm the crazy guy that spent hundreds of hours watching 400 episodes of Super Nanny. And you might laugh at that, but if you watched 400 episodes of Super Nanny and you know what Super Nanny even is, then you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. You become pretty much an amateur psychologist at minimum, at least yourself, because you understand a tremendous amount from seeing 400 episodes. You understand a tremendous amount about how you can use psychology to make children very obedient and very confident and be powerful leaders themselves, and at the same time very astonishingly well behaved. That is the most important thing for people that are doing it tough with money, I think, in their lives. They need to understand if they have children. Go watch these Super Nanny things. If you think I'm full of shit, go watch 4 episodes of Super Nanny, come back and type a comment down below and say, I watched 4 episodes of Super Nanny, Danny, and you're full of shit. I challenge one of you egotistic 22-year-old men that think my videos are stupid. Go do that and then post your comment. You won't. There won't be one single person that does, because it's true. If you watch things like Super Nanny and you watch more than 50 episodes, it would be very hard to not be an amazing above average parent, because you learn all the hidden tricks and psychology behind it. I've watched 400 plus episodes of this never-endingly, and anytime I see a child in public, like I did here recently, there was something very bad going on, I asked incredibly politely as possible if I could assist the foreign blood father of dealing with his son, which was being incredibly terrible, just yelling and screaming and practically banging his head into a tree branch. The guy accepted my help. I tried to give as humbly as possible, slowly, and he thanked me a great deal, saying that yes, I'm astonished at how those tips you gave me about this naughty spot and so on for 4 years of his 4 minutes of his 4 years of age and reflection and what he needed to say to me, all made my son more respectful of himself and made his son happier and made his son realize that his crying was very silly and negative and no benefit to anyone, even the child himself. He realized that. He was a very intelligent young boy. He was acting like an idiot one second, the next second he's highly intelligent. The father was very shocked and impressed with what I showed him, and I told him, if you want to be an awesome parent, and you guys want to be an awesome parent, find out if I'm full of shit or if I'm correct. Go watch a minimum of 4 episodes of Super Nanny, and if you do, and you had problems with parenting, I put my life savings on it, you will come back and you'll say, thank you for telling me to do that. I tried it, I watched Super Nanny, and I feel like I'm quickly becoming a much, much, much better parent nearly instantly, because they're so easy. And there'll be no one who posts a comment saying, I watched 4 episodes of Super Nanny and you're full of shit and it doesn't greatly help me. See you guys. I'm going to do my painting for the 2nd time closing, and on Saturday and Sunday I'm going to try and rebuild my mental health to keep fighting for the money and my rights and get my son back. And I do think that in 6 months or more from now my life will be tremendously better and I won't be in this shithole. And I think there is a very strong chance I will already have a professional art dealer who is helping me sell my paintings in a productive way that's begun to cycle. And I, with my severe short-term memory disability and help from this amazing NDIS guy, will be able to start memorizing this cycle. And I'll try and not waste my time making videos like this. Well, I'm not wasting it. Even if it's not for me, I'm trying to help you guys out there that are maybe going through the same situation. But you guys get the point. My short-term memory is a nightmare trying to make points clear. But anyone that hangs around to the end of my video is usually someone extremely suffering or someone that's very intelligent, and both of those people will understand what I'm talking about. They will understand, whether they're smart or just in a lot of difficult life, that if I manage to focus heavily on Saturdays and Sundays and keeping myself mentally sane by doing these paintings and selling them, whether I want the money or not, and whether it increases my self-esteem in selling them or not, it still unquestionably keeps your brain functioning better if you distract yourself from your stress, pain, and daily hour-by-hour living anxiety. You have to do something different occasionally, like go for a walk, as they say, to keep your head clear. So, today is Saturday. Tomorrow, I will probably tell you in the video, if I have enough time to make it, that I will be taking photographs of this painting or a video like this and I will show it to the pastor of a local random church. On Sunday, I have 3 or 4 churches close to this house lined up. They're everywhere. And one of the endless 100 ways to try and keep myself mentally sane and happy with dignity, I'm going to try and take this 2-piece painting by photos on my phone to one of the 4 churches, and hopefully they accept this painting. And then I drive my car with this painting back to the church on Sunday, tomorrow. And when I'm lucky enough that one pastor of one church finds this painting amazing, that they accept it and let me hang it up on their wall, it will give me a gigantic extra 1 foot of height in the way I feel that I can stand and feel more strong and confident to continue to try and do this legal process and get my son back. If you don't understand what I'm talking about and you think I'm rambling shit, post a comment and say that. If my short-term memory difficulty that makes it very hard to spit out what I said, if you think you still understand what I'm talking about in great detail, it's very, very detailed. If you understand, could you please post a comment below telling me that you understand exactly what I'm talking about? How you have to find ways to keep being strong, and you have to find ways to keep living every single hour of every day when you suffer from extreme anxiety. If you don't, your life's over. You're just going to get into drugs and alcohol like all the other stupid sheep, and that's it. You've got nothing. You'll just die one day. Alright, shut up Danny, follow your own advice, go have your shower, and do your painting in the sun until midday, and you remember, I'm not full of shit, guys. This is all real, and I do it every day if I can. Please like and subscribe, and pass the word around. If you help this channel and this topic and these videos about the topic, you'll help fix the topic in the future. I'm not doing these videos with the idea that I ever get a single cent. I'm not doing these videos because I get stimulated by having 1,000 subscribers one day or 100,000. I don't care. I just want this problem fixed, that women are dominating men too much these days and breaking the becoming more and more emotionally fragile and unstable stereotypical man of today. Each year he becomes more of a woman himself, and the woman is becoming more of a man that is dominant and abusive herself. And these men are like me, who are very emotional and wanted to stay at home and raise their children because they're so loving. We're getting stepped on and destroyed with this bullshit thing about gender, and that if you're a woman, you're automatically a victim, and if you're the guy that loves your children to death, you can't have nothing. You just get tossed out and made fucking homeless, like what's happened to me. It's disgusting. This should not have been possible, how my son is taken away and all my money in my entire life, just because my wife says something and the government automatically protects her with a gigantic fucking 1,000 kilogram stamp of paperwork that falls on my head. This needs to change. And even Pauline Hanson, in her current talk, her points, I can't think of the word for it. You know, when people go for election, they have 4 main thingies. What's it called? One of her 4 main thingies that she's doing to be elected is she is actually saying that women are becoming too abusive of men with unfair automatic legal rights, and the man just gets fucked over. I'll vote for you if I can, Pauline, and if I need to move to a different state to meet you and shake your hand one day, I will, I think. I hope that's not a bad note to say goodbye. Pauline Hanson isn't liked by some people. Bye, guys. Please subscribe and help out, not me, the cause. Thank you.